All right, welcome back to the third ever episode of the Iced Coffee Hour. Today we have a guest here, Christine.
You're the first guest on the podcast.
I'm so honored.
Wow.
And to be a part of the Iced Coffee podcast, I'm thrilled.
Yeah, you've never heard of it. The name is the Iced Coffee Hour.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a little bit too late for iced coffee.
Exactly. So Graham knows Christine. This is my first night ever actually meeting Christine, but they know each other through their work at the Oppenheim group together.
Right.
Which is really cool. And I just have to say, this is one of the nicest houses I've ever been in my entire life.
He's just saying that. It's really not that nice.
Aw, he's so sweet.
It is.
He's just being nice.
It's incredible.
Yeah, this is your, what do you call it? It's not a basement because it's on the ground level. What do you?
This is my game room.
Game
really.
room,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they have a skee ball table. They have one of those duck hunt things. And they also, this is on an air hockey table.
Yeah.
So that's
Priorities.
Pretty, yeah.
This is the only house this is the only room in the house that's actually completed as our game room. So.
Yeah. I would hang out here. I mean, this is really where I would spend all of my time.
Yeah. I mean, we're in the theater a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a movie theater, like right behind. There's a full-on movie theater room.
First off, I think it'd be good if we could just introduce you so people kind of get an idea of who you are. So you got your start, obviously. It was, you were an actress, right?
Yes, absolutely. So basically what happened with acting, I just got really tired of being pigeonholed in these roles I didn't want to do. Like, I was, getting a hot girl number one, a hot girl number two, and I was like, this
Was
is
that how
great.
they credited you? Are you serious? Was it actually?
Yeah, I swear to God, sometimes. So I was like, all right, I need something that's a little more stable, and I want to be my own boss and work my own hours. So that's kind of where real estate came into play because, I was friends with Jason and I saw him doing so well and I loved that he was doing his own thing and he was his own boss. So I was like, I want to be a part of that. I want to do that. So that's kind of when I gave up acting and started getting involved in real estate full time. So that's the transition for me.
Did you ever go to college? Because, Graham was successful as a real estate agent, but he really didn't go to college. Did you study?
I did not go to college. I couldn't afford it at the time. I really wanted to go, but my family didn't have the funds, so I actually didn't go to college. But in hindsight, I'm glad that I didn't waste my time because I don't think I needed it,
Tell him that, because you know what? I want Jack to be able to work with me full time, and he's like, "I'm at school, Graham. I have to get to school. I have a class until 12." I'm like, "Come on, it's stupid."
Well, I'm
it's
not
stupid.
recommending you drop out of school, obviously, but I'm saying, I think that, this is America, and, we can really, really dream and do anything. I don't think college is that important nowadays. That's just my opinion.
Okay, so your best piece of advice, would you say that I should drop out of college and do this thing with Graham full time?
My advice is never to drop out of college.
Make the decision right now and whatever you say.
Would you actually do that?
No.
You wouldn't do it, so you wouldn't do it anyway.
No,
If
I
she
just
told you
wanted
drop
to
out
put
of
some unnecessary pressure on her to see what
I don't think you should drop out of school at all by any means. No.
Okay, all right, yeah.
You could tell him afterwards when we're not recording to drop out of school.
Did you ever work any normal jobs? Because before I worked for Graham, I was working as a busser at a restaurant, and I mean for me that was so miserable. I remember every single day on the job, I was just thinking, what can I do so I don't have to do this anymore? And that's actually I tried so many different business ventures, and then finally through that I've been watching Graham's videos for a while. I just finally decided to send out that email and try to contact him. And then I tried it again and again, and then that was why I started working for Graham, was just because I was doing a job that I just every single second on that job I was spent thinking, what can I do so I don't have to do this more? Did you work any?
Of course, I had many jobs I didn't want. I didn't want to. I've been working since I was 15 years old. My mom had a lot of health issues growing up, so I needed to spend more time with her. So I went to an accelerated school that was only 4 hours a day. So my hours, I usually went to school from 2 to 4, 2 to 5, 2 to 6, so that I could be with her in the morning. So my schedule was really crazy, and I started out working at Sonic, and I would work sometimes 6 a.m. to noon, and then I would go to school after. So I worked at Sonic, I worked at Taco Bell, I bartended.
Taco Bell.
I worked at Costco,
Wow,
I worked at Walmart. I had a bunch of really, really
And this was in
crazy
Texas,
jobs.
right? Texas.
So you're a
okay.
hustler.
Yeah.
Totally,
definitely.
nice.
So I've had jobs all across the board, and that's kind of why I see things differently. And that's really what has helped me kind of grow and
What was
hustle.
your least favorite job?
My least favorite job was Taco Bell because they told me if I didn't take my acrylic nails off, they were going to fire me because it was a a hazard for the food because
Yeah.
it could like break off.
Okay.
So that was my least favorite job because they made me take off my acrylic nails and I was pissed.
About your nails, you have these dangly things on
Yeah, you
them.
like
Oh,
Can you show them to the, get a nice close-up of those.
fun?
Can I like,
Oh my god.
yeah, she's got some danglies on her nails.
I love my nails.
I didn't
How is
even,
that functional? It's not functional. It doesn't help you,
you
at
get
all.
caught on
It helps
things,
me
right?
a lot. No, but it just makes me feel really good. No, it makes it difficult to type.
You drag
It's like
it on
anything.
things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's not very functional, but
So
it looks
impractical.
Like I'm already scared enough wearing a ring because sometimes I just jump up and touch things. I just like to. I did it on a door once and my ring got caught. I almost pulled my. Yeah. Because I read an article on like Ripley's Believe It or Not when I was a kid about a soccer player or something that was jumping over a chain link fence, literally ripped his finger off because he was wearing a ring. So I mean I've been scared ever since, and it finally happened to me, and yeah.
You're like
And
the
you
1%, so that's really rare. But I'm glad you learned your lesson.
Wow.
Jesus.
Speaking of rings, let's see that
Yeah,
one.
show
Yeah.
that one. Show that
what
one
is
to the
this?
to the camera.
Oh,
Is that-
this is. Oh, wow.
What?
You got this beefed up, didn't you? This
I
is
did
not.
get it beefed up. Yeah,
Wow.
I did get it beefed
Can I-
up.
Show
okay,
it
wait.
here. Show it to the
You saw it
camera.
when it was just-
Don't tell Jack. Is it cool if Jack holds it?
Yes.
Okay,
of
wait.
course,
Let me
yes.
feel it first. Jack's gonna need a break. I want to film Jack's reaction.
Is that wait? I thought that was fake the whole time. Is that a diamond?
So Jack, hold it.
I thought it was
Okay, wait. We gotta get your reaction on this, okay? Because I know.
Wait, guys.
Oh, you know what? We might
can't-
just have to get some B-roll.
Yeah,
on
get
this.
some
This is-
B-roll so
You
we can.
got it
crazy.
beefed up. Yeah, I
Wait.
think Wait, there's a hair on it. I think you saw it when it was just
Yes.
the like diamond.
Okay. Do you want to be in this as well? I think I want both of your reactions because you don't. I don't think you know either. You
What?
No, what?
just hold it.
Come on in.
Come on in. Come on in really quick. And
Hold that.
Just get right here. But I want Jack to hold it.
Okay.
I want Jack to hold it when Christine does the reveal because I think Jack's reaction is going to be the best.
Okay.
Okay.
I love the cut on that.
Was that thing like on the Titanic or something?
I don't know. It may as well have been. So guess how much you think that is.
How?
No,
how
but I know how much the engagement ring is.
Oh wait, guess how much that would be.
so the cufflinks that your husband wore during the wedding were like 50,000, right?
55.
And they had diamonds on them, right?
yeah.
1.5.
You're gonna guess that 1.5 million?
Yep.
Oh well, no, but we want. Okay, well, okay.
He goes, what?
Yeah.
That's so far
I
fetched.
didn't want that to influence
so
Jack's decision.
realistically,
Yeah.
I'm thinking this has to be. It's like this or a Lamborghini, right? So like,
Okay.
I think this could be like $175,000.
And you're okay. You want to tell him?
That's how much this ring was, actually. But this ring is definitely over $1 million.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at his face.
I can't hold it. I can't
he's
hold
shaking.
it.
He's
I can't
shaking.
hold it. Take it out of my hand.
He's shaking. Oh my god.
But I just thought I was right.
Oh my
You were definitely right. But I don't wear this every day.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm wearing this is because I have an interview after this.
Okay, yeah, fair.
But I never wear this. This is like locked up in a safety deposit box.
Yeah.
I really don't wear it.
I know. Wow. Look, I just wanted Jack's reaction to that. That's all.
Your reactions are the best.
Yeah, I know. Jack is the best. Even pulling up to the house is whoa, where are we?
I love that.
Did you even driving through Beverly Hills?
He loves Evian
It's-
too.
yeah,
It's Evian water. He
Evian.
loves Evian water.
Evian.
Evian.
That's
Jack's not gonna be able to continue.
yeah. Like I feel like butterflies in my stomach right now. Like I feel like I'm not worthy of holding.
He's got the bug.
You know these rings right here. Okay, so Graham did. I'm sorry. Give me a second because I'm still like that. Was actually
still
that shook me. Yeah. So Graham was guessing how much your clothing and your jewelry like cost in the video for the second channel, and I want you to guess how much my jewelry is.
Okay.
Okay. So feel free to hold these pieces of jewelry. Guess what they are.
Okay.
Okay. And hold them.
All right, so this is yellow gold. And this is heavy, so this is platinum.
Let me guess. Let me guess too. Let me feel. I don't know. I just want to feel it. I'm gonna let you do your thing. All right, I have a different answer.
Am I wrong?
I'm gonna say you're wrong.
Wait, well, I didn't look that closely then. Are we looking that closely?
Yeah.
Here, Graham, you want to get some B-roll of them? Because they really shine, in the...
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta fast forward over this.
Yeah.
All right, well, I see a line in the middle now that I'm looking closer, which is made from like an improper cast. So I would actually... No, this still has yellow gold. This one is not platinum, actually. This is like something... This is sterling silver.
So you ready for the big reveal?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually made both of these. And this one's 14 karat gold.
Okay.
And this one is silver bullion bar. So it's like
Boom.
0.999. It's not
Okay.
sterling silver.
Yeah.
This is the
I was gonna say
Okay.
silver.
creme de
All
la
right.
creme.
Yeah.
All right.
Silver, and I was gonna
That's
say
why
gold
there's that
plated.
line in there. You can call it improper cast if you want,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't expect that you make your own rings on the side.
I
so.
don't really make my own rings on the side. I just decided to, but yeah. So we also did that thing where Graham was guessing the price of all of your clothes. I want you to guess the price of what Graham and I are wearing right now.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta. But
So start off with our shirts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say this is something like, this looks like Old Navy or Zara to me. This
Okay.
is probably $15.99.
Okay.
And then I think you're wearing corduroy pants, probably from somewhere like, these look a little like more expensive
Here, you can
to me. I think this is probably like a $100 pair of jeans, I would say.
Okay.
okay.
And then Graham, I think that's probably something like Zara as well. And then the jeans, I would say the jeans are probably like 100, a little more expensive. Yeah?
So this, it's Brett's.
Oh
So
my
and the
God,
jeans
of course it is.
are Brett's.
Well,
Brett
then
Oppenheim.
okay,
So
then
that
that
changes
changes
things.
things.
So technically, they were
Then
free
it's
for
more,
me.
They're free, but
So
it's
knowing that
more
they're
expensive
Brett's,
than that. I would say that's like a $100 shirt for sure, and like a $300 pair of jeans.
I think like $500. I think
my
these
God,
are
that's
Prada.
crazy.
They're Prada jeans that Brett gave me for free.
right.
Yeah, and this I don't know who makes the shirt, but Prada.
All right,
yeah.
well, wow.
Yeah.
Good for Graham.
Thanks, Brett.
So your guesses were actually there. I mean, for the shirt's about a $60 shirt.
Okay,
It's
all right.
Patagonia shirt. These pants are Patagonia corduroys. They're probably $80 or $70.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, around
No.
there.
I know women's clothes, men's clothes is like so hard for me though. That's a new
I
territory.
agree.
I wear my nicest clothing for the podcast.
He did. He got dressed up today for this. I kid you not.
Shaved.
Yeah, I kid you not. This is the nicest he's
honored.
dressed in a very long time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Alrighty, so on to the regularly
Okay.
scheduled programs. Have you ever been recognized, like, just from selling Sunset?
Definitely. I mean, I was at the gas station yesterday and people were like
You
screaming
pumped
my
your own
name.
gas?
No. I was getting a Red Bull.
Oh my God, I was about to
God,
say.
No, I was
I can't
getting a
imagine
Red
you
Bull.
getting out with the nails and just
No.
like
No.
putting your credit
But people
card
were
in.
like,
Jeez.
Christine, we love you.
Okay.
You know, and it's really sweet. I
Yeah,
like it.
oh, that's cool.
That's really cool because I've always told Graham, like, I was like, man, it's crazy that Graham gets recognized.
Yeah, of course he does.
And I've never been with him when
No.
he's been recognized until last week. It finally happened. I've brought it up to Graham several times, like, I can't wait for the time where you get recognized.
Because we never go out. We're always at home. So that's really what it is.
It's
Yeah.
so exciting for me. And yeah, we were in the car. I was driving, and we were just going into an intersection. It was late at night, coming back from a burger place. We come to a red light at an intersection. I come to a stop, and then I go. And as I'm going, like, it was a very, very quick thing. Very quick. As I'm going, someone that was standing on the corner, they were just like, Graham! And I look, and I was like, and Graham's like, I don't know who they were.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is crazy to me. But, like, I'm still blown away at that. Because Graham was he's like sunk down in his seat.
Oh
like,
yeah, when I'm in the car, I do full slouch mode. Like you
Exactly.
won't even see me. Like this is.
No, Graham's literally like this in the car, like looking down at his phone, and somehow this lady still recognized Graham. It's just-
You know, I believe it because actually I get a lot of my followers. They're like, oh my God, you work with Graham. Oh my God, I saw Graham in that episode. Oh my God, you follow Graham. You're friends with Graham. And I'm like, yeah. So it's funny. I get a lot of people as well that are big fans of you.
Oh, that's cool. I get a lot of people too. That you collab with Christine, so we're finally doing it.
I'm glad we're finally doing it
yeah.
and more to come. I'm really
Exactly.
Also, from working as a real estate agent, do you have any crazy stories about open houses? Do you have any stories that really come to you?
Yes, I do. Mary and I were doing an open house together, and we locked and closed everything up. And then the second we left, there was people that broke into the house and stole all of the alcohol in the house. And that's all they stole was alcohol. There was other valuables, but they just stole all the booze in the house. So very strange. But that's my only crazy open house story.
Graham?
I got a few of them. One, well, this was actually at the same house, believe it or not. So I'll try to keep this PG. One, this is one of my, like, within the first year, some guy came in and it was a busy open house and got naked and got in the pool and refused to leave. And so I was with my mentor at the time, and he was the one who called the police, and then the police came.
What was my husband doing at this property?
I don't know. I told him to leave. So that was one of them. The other one was, it was actually my first ever open house, and I showed up not knowing, like, they had no instructions of really what to do, but just like, here's the house, here are the set of sheets, like, the owner's going to be home, just, you know. So I get there a little bit early, like 30 minutes early, and the house is a mess. And the guy had a massive party the night before, and I got in, and I was just, like, brand new, not knowing what I was doing, and there were people, like, sleeping on the couch. It was, like, 12:30, I think. People sleeping on the couch. The owner was still in bed. There were beer cans everywhere. The whole thing was a mess. I mean, they had a massive party the night before.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know what I was doing. So that was
Was this
one of the
early
stands
on
out.
into you being in real estate?
This is one of my first open houses.
Jeez.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm sure there's others that I'm just not thinking about.
I know, right?
How much in alcohol do you think they stole? Was it like hundreds of
It
dollars?
wasn't a lot.
Yeah, my other story, it was just a little stupid thing, but I had a seller who was at the open house, and there was this celebrity that came in. I had no idea who it was. It's Sophia Loren. Do you know who that is?
Of course, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know? Yeah, Sophia. I don't know. So anyway, she walks in the open house, and I ask her to sign in.
Brunette?
What?
Is she brunette, right? Yeah.
I can't remember. I mean, I think so. She's an older lady now.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she walks in the open house. I'm like, hey, do you mind signing in? And the owner was furious. Like, you don't ask her to sign in. We know who she is. You do not. And got really upset at me. And I was like, she's got to sign in. And like, because I was told what to do. Like, you get everyone to sign in. She's like, no, she doesn't need to sign in. But anyway, ended up calling up my boss. That I was asking a celebrity to sign in, and I shouldn't be asking something like that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's silly.
Yeah, I feel like they would want to be. I don't know. Maybe
I don't
treated the same
know
way.
who Sophia Loren is,
I don't
but
know. Some actress.
Interesting.
I have one crazy work story. This is not from my work with Graham, but this is from my work at a restaurant.
Better not be.
So
Okay.
I was I was a busser, right? So I would get the plates and I would clear off the food and give it to the dishwasher. Sometimes there's perfectly good food that people don't eat all the way, and I must admit, on occasion. So on
would do
occasion,
that.
you're right.
Yeah.
Like you see fish and chips, they eat two of them, they leave one. It looks untouched.
I've done that. Yeah.
But like, you don't know if someone like was like put it in their mouth and then they didn't want it and
You'll
spit
lose
it out.
You'll lose it. That's
Yeah.
not close to the crazy, but I did that every shift, right? Like I would eat that, like no problem. One time there was a chicken sauté, and it was like skewers with little pieces of chicken on it, and it had like, it's a glazed over because they like cook it or whatever. I don't know how they do it. And it was set perfectly on the bus tray, and I'm like, oh, okay, chicken sauté, yeah, sure, I'll eat some. So I grab it and I take a bite, and then a guy walks back, and there's like one empty skewer, and the guy sees, so it's the expediter, the person who took out the food. He sees it and he was like, oh my God, who ate the chicken sauté? Who ate the chicken sauté? And I was like, oh my, he's gonna serve this still. He hadn't, So I was like, I'm in really, really deep trouble. And then he goes, oh no. And I was like, what happened? What happened to the chicken sauté? And he was like, oh, so I was taking it out to a table on the outer deck. And someone in the parking structure that's above the restaurant, like hawked a loogie.
Oh my God.
It off the parking structure.
Wow.
And it landed right on the chicken
That's
sautés.
good. Damn.
That's a really good
I
aim.
cleaned these chicken sautés. Like I ate like two skewers, and apparently just a random person's loogie hawked off the parking structure perfectly on the chicken sautés. And he said like to the customer, he's like, "Did you see that?" And the customer's like, "Yeah." And he just brought it back. And I was like, "Oh, that's so terrible. That sucks that someone ate these chicken sautés. Like, I feel sorry for that person."
I hoped you really learned your lesson here.
And no one in that restaurant knows it was me. No one knew it was me.
But did you die?
No, I didn't
guess
die,
you're
but I felt
right.
sick to my stomach for like 3 hours after
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I've eaten food off other people's plates before.
I think we do that all the
That's
time.
normal.
That's
Just not
normal.
eating their, spit.
Yeah.
Right.
That part's not normal.
Yeah. So,
It used to be a fun game, actually. This was you don't know, in high school. My friends would dare me to go up to like random tables and say, are you gonna finish that?
But you do that in everyday life.
I do that now.
That's exactly what it is at restaurants.
But yeah, and every now and then people would give me food.
that's
Like
not
if
bad.
I walk up, like, "Are you gonna finish that?" Like,
I mean, I get it because
yeah.
it's like it's just getting wasted anyway.
It's just gonna-
like,
yeah.
Can you shall receive?
Exactly. Yeah.
I totally get that. Like I order stuff and then I feel bad I don't finish it all. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish I could give this to someone.
Right.
So.
No.
I have a friend, he had a really bad habit. We'd go into restaurants, he was really frugal, more frugal than you. He wouldn't eat out because he was too scared to spend any money on
That
it.
used to be me. Yeah.
Right.
More
but, like-
frugal than the woman
Yeah.
that turns their water heater off, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was a funny one.
What was
the
that?
millionaire woman, she would turn off the water
Oh,
heater.
yeah.
To save on gas.
But he would go into these restaurants with us. We'd all order food, and he would ask the person working at the register. He would ask them for garbage food, quote unquote. Do you guys have any like garbage food that you guys are gonna like throw away? Just like give it to me or whatever. He got it probably like 40 to 50% of the time.
Wow.
Try that.
Ask and you shall
He would
receive.
ask.
You're
He'd
right
call
there.
it garbage food that he is willing to put into his system. He
Wow.
would literally refer as garbage food.
Giving me ideas.
Yeah, this is a good second channel stuff right there.
Okay.
I like that.
So where did you meet Gramps, or when did you meet him?
Gramps.
Gramps?
Where'd you meet your
Gramps?
grandpa?
Let me meet Gramps.
No, where'd you meet Grant? And what was your first impression of him?
So obviously, I think probably the first time we met was at the office, I think. And my first impression was, I think we went to the place across the street, all of us together as a group.
Which place across the street?
I want to say it was like it was before it was BBC or La Petite maybe.
La Petite Farm.
Yeah. So I just remember that you took everyone's scraps home. He's like, "Can I get a box? Can I get a box?" And I was like, actually, I kind of love that because otherwise it's getting wasted. And I was like, damn, I have mad respect for this guy. Like, I loved it. But it's, it's so ballsy, and I love that about you because I'm ballsy as hell,
The thing is, people would always ask me, "How do you get your food budget so low?" And it was from doing stuff like that.
But I get it because
That
there's
was my
so
dinner.
much
But
waste.
That was my dinner.
I mean,
and I would eat good.
So you
I
never
guess.
lost
Good.
the thing you did in school. You'd still ask people for their scraps.
Yeah.
That's
People
crap.
I know, not strangers. I mean, this is like,
Yeah, of
people at the
course.
same table.
Right.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I would take everything, like the loaves of bread. And I'd be sitting at the office like 8, 9 p.m. and I'd have this huge just amount of good food.
Of course.
Like, really good.
From like
high
8
quality.
people,
Like
it
your
all adds
banquet.
up,
You
know?
have like
It's
a
like 40
potluck.
bucks worth of food that
Yeah.
I got to eat for dinner. For
More
free.
than 40 probably.
Easy, yeah, for all the different little bits. And
Yeah.
Jason, he's terrible at this. He'll order a whole bunch of stuff
And just
eat
waste
a few
it.
little nibbles, and then the rest of it, And so I would sit like I felt like a vulture. Just,
I don't
like,
blame
waiting,
you.
Just like patiently waiting for him to leave, and I just scoop it.
I don't blame you.
I owe Jason so much for that. Smart, yeah.
That's awesome. So you thought he was awesome. Like you thought he
I
was
loved
really cool.
it because I thought it was so ballsy. I was like, I really love this guy's vibe. I dig it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts when Gran was?
Grain?
Why am I calling you Gran?
Grain?
Why am I calling you
Graham?
Gran? What was your thoughts on Graham, like changing from spending a lot of time, being a real estate agent to now pursuing, spending much more of his time being a YouTuber? What did you think about that?
I think it's great, and I love what you do. I love that you own a duplex, you live in the bottom, you rent out the top, you're basically living for free. I love that you were talking about your portfolio and various things that you're doing in the stock market. I think that's great. I think that people really value you and your opinion, so I love that you're spending more time on YouTube and getting this stuff out to people. And then as you're doing that, you can probably think of ideas along the way and stuff you want to do, and so I think it's really inspiring. I think it's good, and I'm happy you've made the transition.
Thanks. You got to remind everyone to smash the like button.
Don't
on
forget to
that.
smash the like button.
There we go.
Do you ever watch his videos? And obviously you're now aware, you are aware of his frugal mentality. What do you think about his Frugality? Like, do you fully ship it? Do you think sometimes it's like a little overboard? What do you think about it?
Yes, I've probably seen all your videos. Big fan, actually. And I am a big supporter of anyone doing something to an extreme. So I don't think he's crazy at all. Like, I think it's really cool what he's doing because, I'm a big fan of people that are extremists, and you're an extremist in a great way. So huge supporter, major props to you.
You're a bit of an extremist in the opposite way.
Absolutely.
Like, we're very opposite.
That's why I can't wait for that vlog, Day in the Life, and we're going to switch. I would love to do that.
But do you want my actual day in the life? Like a real, because it's not exciting.
Well, no. We'll obviously
right.
Amp it up, because I just watch TV all day. So,
Weekends with Graham are crazy,
yeah, we'll do
guys.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty tame. It's pretty tame. So yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
we'll get
Comment
McDonald's.
if you guys want to see that.
All right. We'll be going to. Well, let me not tell you what. We'll keep it for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But one question, I've noticed a lot of the people that work at the Oppenheim Group, they're really, really good looking people.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So, except for one, of course. No, I'm kidding. Do you need to be really attractive to be a real estate agent? Because everyone is absolutely beautiful. Mm-hmm. Like, how important is it to be attractive?
It's not important at all.
It's insane.
Then why is everyone attractive?
Honestly, if anything, it's really detrimental because it's really, really hard for people to take me seriously because they look at me, and sometimes they won't give me the time of the day because they're like, there's no way she's smart. There's no way she knows anything. So if anything, it works the opposite for me. But it just so happens that everyone is very good looking. Does it make the job easier? Not really. Does it make it harder to vet clients? Absolutely.
I think it does. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. I think it could get your foot in the door for way more prospects, but because you have so many more prospects, it's weeding through all of them that becomes a really difficult part.
I agree. I would definitely agree with that.
Because I've seen some of the guys that come in, look, I'm not gonna go, but
What? Like what, Graham?
I've seen the guys that come in. And
how many times we've been at the office where guys come in the door and they're like, hello, hey, what's going on here? And we're like, what? He's seen it many times. Guys just walk in there and they're like, oh, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah, they do. It's like,
wait, to hit on you or to work there?
No, to hit on us.
Yeah.
So I thought it was to work
They go
there.
in with the guys of buying a house.
Yeah.
They're
like,
oh, what they do is, what is this place?
What is this place?
They
They get that one a
Do you
lot.
sell furniture? And then they walk over to one of the girls sitting at the desk. It's like, I'm looking to buy $4 to $6 million. And they always say pocket listing.
Yeah, pocket listing.
What's a pocket listing?
It means something that doesn't exist because
It's true. It's something that's off market.
It's off market.
So it's got to be off market, which means nothing on the market satisfies them. So it's got to be off the market. 4 to 6, what area? Doesn't matter.
By the way, pocket listing is just keyword for unrealistic buyer. Let's just get that out there.
It really is. But anyway, what they do is maybe you could send me some listings. What's your number? And then decide. And then
What's your classic?
It's always
Classic.
Yeah.
Maybe we should meet up and discuss.
Oh yes, let's discuss this over lunch.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of people that try to go inside of the Oppenheim Group now since
Definitely.
it has like a Netflix show?
Yeah, we had to get locks on the door.
So how do you get?
That's right. We never used to have locks. Anyone used to be able to just open up.
Which is exactly what we
Do clients do people walk by and
all the time? They
eyeball
look
you
in the
guys?
windows all the time. When we're filming, they look all the time. They're like, oh, it's wild.
That's really
and that's
really
why we had
an
to
odd
get tinted
experience.
as well.
Right. It's a real working office, but I always used to stay late and work late, and then I couldn't work at my desk anymore because what would happen is so many people would come by and then put their face up against the glass, and then all of a sudden I'd be working there and they would just a bunch of people looking at it. I couldn't do it, so I had to move upstairs and then hide behind like one of the tables upstairs.
Wow.
So people wouldn't see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really, really interesting. So do clients even go inside?
Oh yeah.
So they still go inside.
Yes,
You just have to get the door open for you from.
Right. There's a buzzer, and you can just buzz the door.
Do you think that at a certain point you guys would just move off of such a busy street?
I mean, I think Jason loves, I think he loves the Sunset Strip and loves that location.
Yeah, it's really one of the best locations.
It's a cool location, yeah.
I can't see him ever moving from that location.
Okay.
Yeah.
If anything, I think he would open up another office and maybe go in between at some point, but that's about it.
Okay. Let's talk about the different styles of real estate agents, because I know Graham has a really laid back style and he never really pushes like his clients to like buy the house or anything. He's really relaxed and that's why they trust him a lot. What's different between your style and his style if you don't have that style?
My style is actually very similar to you. I'm very casual with my clients as well. I'm not pushy. I do not, if they're not calling me, I'm not like, ring, ring, ring. And I know a lot of agents that are really obnoxious and turned off when people act that way. So I try to do my best to be like a really casual, cool, laid back friend more than anything, but still listen to them and value their opinion without being over pushy, because there's nothing worse than like salesmen, salesy. So I try to be really like cool.
Yeah.
One question I've always had for people that like are very wealthy, I can't ask this for Graham, but do you like, when you're out, do you ever like think, like you're driving, this is probably a stupid question, but you're driving and you're like, oh, I want to get some food, and you're like 6 minutes away from your home, you're like, well, I can save, $8 or $10 if I just go home. Like, does buying food ever concern you? Because like, I've just wondered for wealthy people, like, what's $10? Like,
you know what, even when I was really poor, I would always splurge. So if I wanted like a nice meal, I would just like put it on my credit card. So I've always actually been that way because I've always loved like nice food. So the answer to the question would be like, no. But even when I was like really poor, I was still like, oh, I'll just put it on my credit card, whatever. If I want it, I'll eat it, kind of thing.
do you sweat like going out to lunch sometimes? Like you think like, oh.
I used to. For me, it used to be a lot worse. Now it's definitely eased up.
Drop in like $15,
Yeah, now I could drop $15 without worrying about it. But yeah, like 2-3 years ago, $15, I'd just rather save it, always.
Because I went to a ramen, I went to a Thai place and I got pho and it was like $25. And I was
too much.
Okay, that's crazy.
Here's the thing, right? I go in, I'm gonna get the combination pho and it's gonna cost $16. Then the person I'm going with, he's all, yo, we should get some spring rolls.
No.
And I was like, like the combination's already enough, but I'm not gonna say no. And he's like, we should split it. And I'm like, oh, okay, spring rolls like $9. So it brought me up from like, a $16 meal plus, tip and tax to now like a $25 meal. I was sweating it a little bit, but I have to learn, just drop it after it's already done.
But those habits will never change because I still think about that as well. Like I get a salad sometimes and it's $22. I actually had a conversation the other day with Davina and I called her and I was like, do you know how much this orange juice is at Air One? I was like,
Air One.
I was like, this is $15.
You got to do a reaction video on Air One.
Air One.
And I was just like, this is wild. So I still react the same way that you do to certain things because I know it's not normal to pay $15 for orange juice. That's insane.
Air One.
Wait, $15 for orange juice?
Yes.
Air One is like the Rodeo Drive of
What's
grocery
Rodeo
stores.
Drive?
Exactly.
What is it?
No, you're kidding me. Is he actually kidding?
No, he's not kidding.
I don't know
Rodeo Drive? You've never heard of Rodeo Drive?
I've never heard of it.
Really?
Rodeo Drive. Beverly Hills. Rodeo Drive.
Oh,
Wait, where does he live?
Ventura. Well, now he's...
it's a street.
Yeah, it's a street.
It's like
I've never heard of
It's
Rodeo
like-
Drive.
It's like world.
It's like never having... Like, what's Paris?
Like
I know. What do you mean?
It's like
okay,
the
guys.
Beverly
Let me
Hills.
say. Okay, if you want a comment that you don't know what Rodeo Drive is to make me feel better, please do so. I don't know. It's a street. I know Route 66.
It's probably
that's
one
good
of the
enough.
most famous
Yeah,
streets.
I would agree.
In the world.
Next to Route 66 for sure.
I don't drive there.
I know.
Like
people know of Rodeo Drive. It's like the biggest shopping district mecca.
It has a shopping. I
high-end.
thought it was residential.
No.
Based-
Rodeo Drive.
Well,
so-
there is a
see,
residential.
There is residential. There
Based
are
off of how you
houses
said,
on
I just thought it'd be mansions, but it's a
There are
shopping
mansions on Rodeo
center.
Drive, but you drive further down and there's Rodeo Drive is like big shopping centers.
Yeah.
Like every high-end luxury brand you could think of is on Rodeo Drive. Like they have to be on Rodeo Drive to have a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are their stores.
Oh.
Like they want to have a presence on that street.
Well, we got to drive through there sometime or something.
Yeah.
We were driving through Beverly Hills today. I've only done that like maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
It was crazy for me.
It
Like
is
I was just like, every house that we saw, like my jaw just dropped like 1 inch lower.
Jack's reaction.
I do too. He's got the best
Yeah,
reactions.
really.
He really does.
I'm still shooken up from your like. I still like. I can't stop thinking of it.
I
The
can't
rain.
stop thinking about Evian water. How did you say it?
I said Evian.
Evian.
I thought you were joking.
Evian water. I
For
really thought he
Evian?
was joking.
Yeah, I thought you were joking.
No, I'm serious. I've never drank it before.
It's the best. I love
I
it.
drink Arrowhead and Nestle.
Yeah.
Dasani. Yeah, I don't even drink Dasani. Isn't that a nice one? I don't know.
I
Okay.
do like Dasani.
Anyways, all right. Well, Evian
right,
water. Okay. Yeah. All right. We got to go to Rodeo Drive sometime because
do.
I would love to see. I'd love to see it.
definitely
Okay.
So what's like the average cost of your lunch? Because every day for lunch, even lunch and dinner, sometimes I'll do like peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch and dinner.
You did that
Yeah.
Yeah, if I get really desperate, you know,
Yeah.
like sometimes I'll just eat like 2 or 3
That's
a day.
okay. I mean, the thing is like, I still do not like spending a lot of money on food. It still like freaks me out. Like a $22 salad is just not right. Like it's not okay. I would say the average cost though would be like anywhere, probably $15, I would say. Anything over $15 on one single item, I'm just like, that's not normal, you know? But I do cook a lot at home, so I have a lot of groceries.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Graham, you do the healthy choices.
Not as much. Not as much. I've got a girlfriend now that cooks.
Ah,
So,
right.
like I had leftovers today.
That's smart. Yeah, that's smart. I gotta get me one of
Leftovers
those.
today, and then oatmeal.
I love
And so
oatmeal.
I've gone from the whatchamacallit, what are they called? The Cliff Bars.
Quaker? Oh.
Cliff Bars. 99 cents a Cliff Bar, which
That's
is good.
costly.
But here's the thing. Now oatmeal is, I found, more filling, just as good, just oatmeal and honey.
What kind of oatmeal? Quaker?
Quaker.
yeah,
Yeah,
Quaker's
I like
not
that.
Yeah,
not
so
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing, and you get a whole thing for like $3, and that's better.
Smart.
Than the Clif
That's
Bars.
really
Do
smart.
you use milk or water?
Milk. I used to use water.
It doesn't taste the same.
I've never heard of milk. In
What's
oatmeal.
milk?
I've never heard of it in oatmeal. I didn't know that was a
It's so
thing.
much better.
Well, thank you
I don't
for
know.
sharing
I
that
don't
with
know
me.
who's joking with anyone.
I don't
Like half the
know.
thing is
He's
like
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all a joke, guys. Totally know what Rodeo
What
Drive
is
is.
a car?
An Evian,
Yeah.
Evian water.
Evian water.
I know what it all is. You know, I'm just joking. All right. Let's see here. What's the biggest waste of money, like that you've ever done? Like, what's something you spent money on? And you're just like, I shouldn't have done that.
Advice. Or hiring people.
Really?
Yeah. I'm hiring.
Advice? What sort of advice?
Well, you know, I was talking to a marketing company about a new business venture that I'm doing, and you know, they map out, you know, the inspiration and do mood boards and all this crap, and you know,
that sounds like a waste of
their
money.
budget for helping me build out my brand and vision was $100,000. This does not include.
Who is that?
This is a big marketing company.
Like a
out of
legitimate-
Dallas. Yeah,
Are you
absolutely.
serious?
Did you pay them?
$100,000. No, sorry.
Are you
No,
fine?
no.
You swear but Jack will bleep it out.
Yeah.
No,
It's good if you like. I can.
No, I recognized it was a complete and total waste of money and just outrageous.
But you didn't actually spend it.
No, of course not. As soon as they told me that, I was like, you've got to be kidding.
What have you spent money on? I mean, that's absurd. But what have you spent money on that you regretted it?
That I've regretted. I would just say hiring crappy people.
Graham, anything?
Spent
Like a
money on that I've
Chipotle
regretted.
burrito a couple weeks ago.
Jeez. I would say, well, there's a few. Like I hired a really bad landscaper years ago, and I had to
Oh yeah,
the whole job.
Yeah.
Can you think? Oh, you know what? A contractor.
That was my second one.
Contract. Yeah.
We had a
Spent
really
money in a contractor
Yeah.
and maybe some furniture.
Paid
pieces.
parking too.
Paid park. Oh, don't.
I
don't
hate
start.
Don't get Graham started on paid parking.
I
guys.
do
Like
hate
that's
That one day of like $5 parking.
yeah.
Or anytime that I go gambling, which I love,
yeah,
but I
that's
lose
fun.
money, then
That's
I'm
fun.
so mad at myself.
I've not regretted any amount of gambling. By the
Really?
way, no.
Good for you.
Well, I only gamble with a few $100, so if
Yeah.
I lose it, it's
But
I'm upset for the day.
I'm upset if I lose like $100. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah. I lost. When I turned 21, I went gambling with my dad. Las Vegas, I lost like $500 gambling. It was bad. Like I caught myself at 300. I was like, I'm not gonna lose more than 300. I lost 300. I was like, well, I still have one day.
But
That was only the first day.
hardest part is I have friends that'll like have a limit, like $500, and they lose it, and they're like, I'm gonna go get another $500.
That's
And then,
where.
but here's the thing. But I see them win it all back and way more, and I'm like, man, if they're doing it,
Really?
But then if I do it, I just lose more.
No, I know, same.
So
You
it's
gotta
just-
be able
Yeah.
to like draw the
Yeah,
line.
I
That's
draw
a
the
hard
line
thing
and
to do.
stop.
It was my 21st birthday though, so I feel like it's pretty
fine.
excusable.
Yeah, I get
I mean,
that.
I lost I had pocket aces, and I lost against pocket nines. If you know, like, poker.
You're playing poker. Oh,
That's all I wanted to play.
Oh, I thought you just played blackjack or something.
No, I think blackjack's too luck oriented.
I don't know anything about
Maybe
poker.
I should play more blackjack if I'm losing that much money in poker.
Because obviously you don't have talent.
Yeah, exactly.
Luck is probably your best bet.
Where do you think in life you are frugal? Like, where do you really try not to spend so much money?
When we are with vendors, a lot of vendors, when we're doing things and hiring people, I'm like, well, I know that that's really not how much it costs. You know, when I'm doing things like breaking down the cost ratio to how much I actually know something is, that's where it gets like annoying for me. For example, stuff like diamonds, you know, like I'm just giving you one example, but I'm saying like Cartier, I would never in a million years buy anything from, well, I have a Cartier bracelet, but other than that, fine. It's stuff where I, know what the value is and see what people are charging for it, and that really pisses me off. So like, for example, in my wedding, we had a vendor that was charging 3 times the markup on the snow that we had falling because they knew it was winter and everyone wanted the snow. So, I was like, this is not okay. Like, I'm really good actually at like cutting corners and saving. So that was one thing that pissed me off, when people overcharge because they know that they can. And so I would say stuff like that.
How much does it cost for fake snow?
Fake snow is a lot. I think it was like probably somewhere around 50 grand for the night.
50?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This is the wedding. Yeah.
Go buy pillows at Sears. Cut them open.
Yeah.
Get some industrial
If it was
fans.
50 grand, I would just rather not have fake snow.
I wanted the snow. I mean, that was something like I was really.
What's it made out of? Like,
It's like
diamond dust?
No.
it's like
it's
a-
honestly soap. It's really like it's soap.
It's kind of wet a little bit.
It's soap.
Some Dove
It's
bars they
soap.
just blend up.
It
And
literally is soap because people were getting it like in their hair and they were just
Yeah,
like,
but it's like the thing.
$50,000.
Not the actual snow itself was, but like the the
was the
rigging and the
machines,
machines
yeah.
and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they had to have a crew there, like monitoring the fake snow. Some dude is in the back just pressing a button.
I would just,
Yeah.
if I was at that wedding and I knew that snow costed $50,000, I would just be grabbing as much as I can and just stuffing it away.
It's just soap. It's soapy water is really what it is. Like imagine going and like you get a whole bunch of like you take a bubble bath and you get that's really what
Oh,
it is,
yeah.
and then just blowing that everywhere. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
See,
taking.
stuff like that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I spending money on this? Yeah.
Jeez.
I know.
So we just have a few just gag questions that we like to ask on the show.
Okay.
Would you rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
100 duck-sized horses.
Everyone says that. I mean, it's an easy.
Okay.
I mean, I'm like a horse whisperer, so.
I mean, horses are probably more dangerous than ducks. Given, like, if they are the same size, they are
But
probably
like,
more
I
dangerous.
feel like ducks have like a really dangerous beak, and if it was a huge
Yeah.
size, it would be really lethal.
Oh yeah.
The lethal beak.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how many do you think you could take then?
All at once of the horses?
Yeah, like they're surrounding you.
I mean, like 10 max, no more than 10.
No, you can take more than that.
So you're done either way.
Yeah.
With a duck-sized horse, you're done.
You'd
With
have 100
100
duck-sized horses.
Okay.
So like horses that are this tall.
Oh, they're.
How many of those can you take?
Oh, yeah, duh. I mean, a lot, like 500. Like, if they're
500?
small.
I didn't even say, I think I said I could take 300. You do realize this whole room could
Like, if
probably,
they're small, right?
But this is why you can
they're
just
like
kick
yay
them.
high.
Just kick
Yeah.
them.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you
like,
can kick them, not until they're nipping at your calves and stuff.
Yeah,
You,
fine.
I think 500 is a good number.
anyone have 100 duck-sized horses, send them this way, let us know. We'll put them in a, we'll put them in a cage, we'll cage fight. Yeah. Let's see here. Second question, is mayo an oh wait, no, I'm not gonna ask that question.
Oh, yeah, I'll ask that question.
Oh.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? Is mayonnaise an instrument?
You have to think about all cultures.
I don't get it. I mean, I know what the. I know.
Is mayonnaise like mayonnaise? Is it an instrument?
Like?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
All right. She doesn't think so.
Right.
It's a dangerous answer.
What? You need to explain that to me. I don't get it.
It was from a SpongeBob episode.
Oh, okay.
She's like, is mayonnaise an instrument?
Yeah.
And then Scooter's like, no, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. But then some guy on YouTube made mayonnaise an instrument and proved.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The final question for today's podcast: does pineapple have a place on pizza?
Absolutely.
Graham?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god.
It does
So
not
that
have a
said,
place.
What about ranch though?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, ranch. Yeah, ranch is delicious. Pineapple is just no.
The answer should be, what's ranch?
Ranch we use as an instrument.
Is ranch
Ranch
an
instrument.
Do you have anything? Here, come in.
Okay.
Do you have anything to say?
Is it on the mayonnaise or the pineapple or what order?
Anything you'd like to comment on.
So I'm just gonna be. Oops. There's a
Does pineapple have a place on pizza?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Rodeo Drive?
Yes, but not until a few years ago.
No,
But of
are you
course you heard
serious?
of it though.
See,
Until like 2 years ago.
see, guys.
Jack and I grew up very close to each other.
We did.
So just.
I guess you guys don't go to.
We're
I always knew about it even when I
Yeah.
was a kid living in another state.
Yeah, I always knew like Rodeo Drive. Like it's in all the movies.
like,
it's like
iconic.
yeah.
I don't watch movies. That's probably why. I literally grew up not watching any.
Okay, that's probably it. That's the problem.
That's
I didn't have that. I don't know what was
You
wrong.
know what? That would be a funny video is taking you to Rodeo Drive and just seeing it.
and just being baffled.
Just look
Yeah.
at the price tags of
It's really
everything.
bad.
Oh my gosh, I think I would probably fall apart. I
I
wouldn't be
like
able to handle it.
walking into Gucci stores and then just like guessing how much is this? How
Yeah.
much, and then you look at the
Well, I've
price
done
tag.
that
You're very
before.
good at
You're
it.
like,
We know
wow,
that.
that's so stupid. You know, why would you? Yeah, I thought the canvas shoes were cheaper, like the Gucci canvas shoes. I thought they were like $400. They're now like $700-800 for a pair of shoes.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They turn your way though. We've tried to go into Gucci and they're like, oh, this is out of your price range. You're not going to spend.
No,
this.
they
Don't waste your
haven't.
time."
When?
I thought
No.
it was funny. I thought that was a good joke.
Oh.
They see, hey, this is a frugal guy.
That didn't land. Oh, it's that guy. He's not gonna buy anything. He's not gonna buy anything. Yeah.
All right, so
that guy, he's back to guess the price of our shoes again.
Oh, reacting to our prices again.
to end it off,
Let's end it up.
one thing I forgot to
Oh, you know
say.
what? It's gonna stop recording in a second.
Should we
I
just
can click it.
Oh, yeah, no, we're good. We're good. It's a 6-minute clip, so we can end.
okay?
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Favorite Taco Bell item? Go.
Beef chalupa supreme.
Go.
Oh wait, favorite Taco Bell what?
Item.
Oh, crunchy tacos. It's a classic.
I like the loaded grillers. Or what
Of course, those are like $1 each.
Loaded nacho grillers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're 99 cents or something like that.
Yeah.
So I like
I'm
it.
a big
Yeah.
Taco Bell fan.
I like the Supreme Gordita. Gordita Supreme. They used to have like a $2 meal with a drink and a
That's good.
chips. Good deal.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Alright.
So you go ahead and sign us off. Shout out. Your
Well, I hope you guys had fun. I'm so honored that I was on. What is it? Your first ever podcast?
the third.
Third
First guest.
Third.
First guest.
I am the first guest on the third ever podcast.
Yeah.
So thanks for hanging out with us and smash the
Like
what is
button.
it? Click the smash button.
Yeah. Subscribe. Make sure to add. I'll link to all of these if you want to follow us anywhere. I'll link to all of that, and also where you can get your 2 free stocks from Webull. Link down below in the description. 2 free stocks valued at $1,400.
$1,400.
Oh yeah. No. $1,400.
$1,399.99.
That's false advertising. That's $1,400.
So with that said, everyone,
Okay.
thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Until next
Oh, we should
time.
all wave. We should all
Okay.
say bye.
All
All
right.
right. That's fun. Cool.
I love it.